The Dolphins have traded Jay Ajayi to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 4th-round draft pick. Now, there's this trade deadline that all NFL teams are going through, and it'll end at 4 p.m. later today. What blows my mind is, why is it that, out of all the players that are on that team, they had to trade Jay Ajayi. Now, I'm reading the ones here, this report here on ESPN, stating that the Dolphins traded Ajayi because they believe his most productive games are behind him, fearing the knee issues stemming from a significant 2011 surgery are finally catching up to him. Now, that's just one thing. But it's another thing to just, fear that, that the losses or the improductivity of the team going forward later in this season has to do with how the running backs are performing. That's not the case at all. So, okay, I'm not an expert at all in football, but at least, I'm paying attention to how the teams are producing whenever they're doing plays. And honestly, from the very start, this Dolphins offense has been nothing more but just terrible. I mean, you can tell the difference between which team is doing worse, which team is doing better, which players are, being productive and which ones aren't doing anything. Whether you are an expert in football or whether you're watching it for the first time, you can tell the difference right there. Now, let's do a little recap here with Jay Ajayi from last year. Now, last year, that was his year, with us. He's racked up more than 1,200 yards, 4.9 per carry with 8 touchdowns. Now that was impressive, and I was there watching it the entire time. He was on a roll. And now this year, he hasn't recorded a single touchdown, and he's racked up a total of 465. And they also went on to say that the Dolphins are the first team since the 2013 St. Louis Rams to not have a rushing touchdown in their first 7 games. And the team's streak of 8 games straight without a rushing touchdown is a franchise record. What I want to know is this right here. There was no conflict or controversy that led to Ajayi's trade. How? The offensive line is one of the big factors on why the Dolphins are at a tough spot right now. So, to blame the running backs for not doing their job is beyond me. I don't really understand that at all. The line cannot even manage to find a hole for Jay Ajayi or even Damian Williams to find a route to go to. So now we're stuck with Damian Williams and Kenyon Drake. And mind you, Kenyon Drake only has 25 yards and 10 carries throughout this season. This route that they're taking is it's as if it's going lower than I would have never imagined, And I'm just hoping somehow, some way, they get a good result out of this. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know where, but I'm just expecting results from now on. Because if not, trust me, I wouldn't even bother going back to that stadium to watch another game. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be at the games, but again, all I'm expecting right now is good results, and they better be good ones, because the way that they are right now, the route that they're taking, is just making it less believable to me.